Okay, so welcome to week 11 scenario and and it says that Carl is considering expanding his lunch and pole cafe area into a server room and getting rid of the hardware on premises. He wants you to test and prove database as a service concept in the cloud. So as for Carl, the first thing I want to do for Carl is to go on the cloud and come straight to the SQL down here and then click. So I chose MySQL since I'm using MySQL because I already have this MySQL workbench in my previous course, and I w- I would be glad to use this as for this week scenario. So basically, I chose MySQL and then modified and configure everything to make the cost low. So basically, database version is 8.026, and then storage increase is enabled. And here are some of the configuration for that MySQL server. So, and here's the public ID, I mean IP address that we must remember. And then the step 2, I went to the firewall and create the firewall, the port which is 3306, which shown let's exit that out, which shown here in this firewall filter, which shows MySQL 3306, and apply all ranges, which is 0.0.0.0, and then what you call the port of that IP address. And then I entered TCP 3306, which allows every network that is tried to connect to this port. And then another thing is I want to show you is to go back to the SQL instance, my SQL instance that I created, and go to connection and to make things public and to add this IP address, which allows all the connection that is connecting to this SQL server instance. This my SQL server instance. And here is to verify where we already, or to verify that the instance is running successfully and created successfully. And now let's go and try to enter everything inside the MySQL bench, which let me try to exit that out and logged in again by using that IP address of that MySQL instance. So here we go. Here's the IP and the port, and going to enter the password that we created. And seems like we logged in successfully. So I entered all the data that was given by the scenario by creating the database and modify all the tables and the columns. And then I entered it another data that is given by the scenario for all the datas for columns and rows. So as we go and test which which it contains any data from all the tables that we created. Mm, for example, let's want all the columns teams, from the table teams. Um, oh, I forgot to use and and here we go. We can see all the data that we inserted inside all these tables. And this is how I prove to Carl to that I create uh, a MySQL server on cloud. And I'm so happy that I learned this and explore more about cloud. And I know it's very benefits for all the programmers or database administrator to make their work easily and their project easily. And thank you. See you on next week's scenario.